Guys, I've developed a new dream. It's kind of been a dream of mine for quite a long time, but 2024 is going to be my year of advancing and getting a bit bigger, a bit more out there, a bit more seen. Artwork, I want to be bigger doing the artwork. And not so much, of course I'll do digital artwork still. I always do lots of digital artwork. Even if I have an original, I'll take prints from it and then it becomes digital. I'll still have all of that. But I want to do really big, expressive, original canvases. And I've been kind of stunted, really, by the capacity of the penthouse. The penthouse is rather small. Well, it's not so much that it's small. I mean, I don't even have a walk-in wardrobe. I have something that's pretending to be a walk-in wardrobe, but it's really not. And I wanted to, have a room that I could devote entirely to art, and it hasn't happened. It's not possible because of the music room, and now that's doubling up as a fitness studio. So really, in an ideal world, guys, I would have a space where I could have my TV studio, my recording studio with my piano and my cellos, and, anything else musical I've got lying around. It's actually quite a lot. All the equipment, all the mixing desks, the amps, all of that. And an art studio. So I was looking around at property, trying to think, obviously I keep this place, of course I do. This will always be the recording studio, to be honest. Although if I'm doing loud stuff, I would like to be out in the sticks somewhere. So anyway, I've been looking at barns, and barns are quite cheap in the United Kingdom to rent. I mean, all things being equal, you can get a barn, a big old empty barn, 2,500 square feet, 250 actually, the one that I saw, and it was under £1,000 a month. And what I would do is I could start my sculptor business, you see, because I want to do recycled sculpture. I want to get an angle grinder. I want all that, big giant soldering irons. I mean, I started off small doing the jewellery, which was very nice, but I want to get big, guys. I want to get big with sparks and fire and filth, all of that. I want to make bronzes. Even if I just make papier-mâché in here, it's a mess everywhere, and it's, I've got to clean up straight away because I'm filming or whatever. Caravan. Get a caravan. So when I'm on a big project, I can stay in the caravan, because sometimes I want to work all night or whatever. When I'm filming a movie, I can sleep in the caravan. I can have visitors over to stay in the caravan. All of these things. But I could get like a proper millionaire's caravan. I mean, like proper state-of-the-art. It doesn't have to go, really. As long as if it's a trailer caravan, then I can just get it there, probably get it delivered, because I wouldn't like to risk on my little car trying to, negotiate the motorways and stuff, but you get it delivered. These things are, easily delivered. And that would be where I could take Romeo. He'd love it. He'd be in the barn. I think he'd really come out of his shell a bit if I did that. So yeah, looking around, thinking, oh. So I'm going to work on maybe by summer having a barn, if possible, and in the meantime, getting the money to have the barn. You can share it, You could give somebody else a bit of caravan space, and let them share it. Another artist. You could have 4 artists even if you wanted. I just think it'd be really cool. Really cool idea. Now, there's one in Reading, which is a drive away. Mum really wanted to, she has ideas about granny annexes and things. Well, she might be lucky to get a caravan of her own. But I think it would be really good fun, And, they usually come with a bit of land as well, you'd go mad and get some chickens, even. Lay some eggs. Do you know what I mean? But your caravan's got food kitchen in it, and most of the ones that I've seen do have a loo. They've got running water in a loo. And the one I did see, they've been holding auctions there. My mum would love that. She could hold like an antiques auction every month. People would come from miles around, put all the art equipment away, have a bit sectioned off or something. And then people come and they have to bring their own tables or whatever. You probably have to supply tables. Well, she could sort that out. I haven't run it by her yet. But I'm just thinking, then you could, if you're doing auctions as well, you could start buying in stuff. Buying it in to sell specifically. Run an eBay shop. You could be on Easy Live, which is an auction site for auctioneers. All of that. It's just so bloody exciting. Obviously, it's a bit cold now. And besides, I don't have the money now. But I think they're really good with, how much you pay up front. I think it's usually not too much. I've got credit anyway, so, my credit card, I wouldn't mind doing that with my credit card. It's just a wonderful idea for an artist's studio, So what I'm going to do now, before that happens, is start making some big work. So I've got this huge roll of canvas here. It's 6 foot, 6 foot. So it's time to, really go a bit mental. I can't wait. And then everything will go on Saatchi. I'm done with piddly little things. I'm done with, working on an iPad and then blowing it up. I want big blown up, ready to go. That's what I want. And I don't know anything about sculpting. I don't know the first thing, but I do remember doing pottery at school, and I quite enjoyed it. And I think I'd be really good at it. I love that sort of working with your hands thing. And then I know it's different to making jewellery, but I think I can translate my skills. And, once you're an artist, you're just a bloody artist, guys. I mean, what's to learn now? I've got to spread my wings a bit, I think. How exciting. I just felt I should share that with you. What else? Other news. I'm all chickened out because I was a bit of a long-winded story, actually. I bought a chicken for Christmas Day, but it was out of the hot rack, or off of the hot rack, or whatever they call it, at the supermarket. It was ready to go. It smelt lovely. And I got it home. I got it back to Mum's, and I said, well, that's the only cooked chicken they had. And she said, oh, no, that's no good. You've got to eat it in a day. So I took it home, ate a bit of it the next day, because I knew I wouldn't die. And then I thought, well, there's, half a chicken there. It was a big old thing. So I stuck it in the slow cooker. And I left it in the slow cooker all night and smelt like a wife by morning. And then the next day got a load of vegetables. So I just had this huge pot of stock. And I didn't take the bones out at that point. Because they were going to be really soft by the time they were done anyway. Then I shoved a bag of cheap root vegetables, frozen, in, and put it on for another night. And I think that's all that I added then. And, the taste, I mean, it was divine. The bones, I fished out the skin. It was only in there for flavour, and I hate chicken skin. Fished out a few bits of chicken skin. Fished out some of the big bones, but there really weren't many. I mean, they've been very chewable, so you're getting all that marrow, Sorry if you're vegan or a vegetarian, I do apologise. But I remember when I was recovering from cancer, all I could eat, well, actually, before they took the tumour out, all I could eat was broth. I couldn't digest anything else. So for some reason, it's really good for me and my stomach. But I don't think I'm alone in this. And my guts are really healthy today, and I've had no heartburn. And I haven't taken a heartburn tablet for 2 days. This is my second day. I'm expecting to have to take one tonight. But, I'm not going to be defeatist about it. But I just think if I could live off of yoghurt, Greek yoghurt, and, chicken soup, with the thing is, you have to mix up your diet a bit. So I use different vegetables and things all the time. I try to mix things up a bit. But if I could get away with that, with no heartburn at all, I think that would be pretty amazing, don't you? And it's very, very good for you. And obviously chicken's high in protein, which is really, really good. And then I use things like lentils and chickpeas, and I put that in to sort of thicken it up and, just add a bit more texture. But I mean, the thing is with chicken soup, if you've made it out of a carcass, guys, it's got loads of texture already. So, yeah, feeling really great, actually, really, really good. And I can see myself, guys, in my caravan with my chicken soup and my weights and everything in the video studio outside. I mean, winters would be cosy warm. I mean, it'd be freezing in a barn, let's face it. But once you've got all the lights on and you're doing a workout, how cold can it be? It's not going to be very cold. And once you've got the angle grinder going, and the flamethrowers, or the torches, the butane gas torches. I mean, it's going to be hot, isn't it? Molten metal. I mean, I could even do glass blowing. Imagine that. Mind you, it uses a lot of electric, doesn't it? So that might be a problem. And I'd have to check there was electric there. I might actually message them and ask and tell them what it is I want to do. And, I mean, one would hope there'd be electric, but one can't take these things for granted. And I'd probably get it first before I got the caravan, so I might be without caravan for a few weeks. I wouldn't be able to use it, because obviously I wouldn't be able to stay over. Wow, how exciting. Isn't it exciting? So, yes, I see myself eating chicken soup, doing Keep Fit classes every day, and working with high-powered equipment with flame. I mean, I don't know anything about doing that. All I know about angle grinders is I used to have a friend who was a stripper, and she had a metal piece on the front of her bikini bottom, and she used to put the angle grinder there and make loads and loads of sparks. I mean, I don't know how dangerous that was for her, her thingamybobs. Thingamabob. We've only got one, guys. I don't know if you know. But you know what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm going to research, and my plan is by May or June to have myself a barn where I can run my media empire with my TV studio. I can rent it out. I can, all my costs are covered for my Twitter and my, what else am I on? All my Vimeo. I can even do real life Vimeo stuff there in the barn. People will love that, won't they? They'll love it. It'd be very cool. I'd have Wi-Fi set up, all of that. Just do it all. It'd be pretty amazing. And you could all follow my journey. God, I'm completely obsessed with this wannabe life that I'm to lead. I mean, a few years ago, I was thinking of going to Mexico and doing it. But I speak Mexican. And it's a bit far from Mum. So now that I've got this in my head, I mean, obviously I'd love to do it in Greece as well. Mum and I are thinking about Greece too. But, you could spend the winter in Greece and the rest of the time in your barn in England and hope nobody vandalised the caravan. We could take the caravan to bloody Greece, couldn't I? I don't know how you get a caravan to Greece. I'm going to go and Google, see if that's possible. Guys, please stay with me and follow my journeys. What I'll do is I'll start looking, and we'll have a big tete-a-tete about looking for my barn and looking for my caravan and going to Greece, because Mum's really keen to do this, and we've got a couple of friends in Greece. So we've got sort of insider knowledge. We haven't got it yet, but we would have it. I'm going to go and ring my mother. Okay, telltellerclub.com. On the way to Greece and my barn. Au revoir.